I think now you know the source of credible news. Not so? Yesterday night, I came out and broke the story about Saka, Declan Rice, and Saliba traveling with Arsenal into Bournemouth, and you now know exactly what this is all about. It's done and dusted. Confirmed beyond reasonable doubt that it's Saliba, Saka, and Rice returning into the starting 11 of Arsenal. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. It's the match day live as we bring to you the starting 11s and preview and predictions as far as all this is concerned. I'm sorry, the preview is already done, and this is the match day live where we bring you who is in and who is out. Go into the live chat. Tell us who do you think is going to win this beautiful game of football, and all will be really settled by the end of this live stream. But it's time to obviously bring you who is starting for Arsenal and who is starting for Bournemouth. And Arsenal are looking as follows: David Raya, White, Gabriel Magalhaes, William Saliba, Zinchenko, Rice, Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Jesus, Eddie Nketiah. Now, when you look at the team, there are some changes that the manager is going to have to make. David Raya's come in for Ramsdale. Saliba's come in for Tomiyasu. Rice has come in for Jorginho. That means Jorginho is going to head to obviously continue not to start any game for Arsenal. That is it. In the Premier League, I mean. Then Zinchenko coming in for Jakub Kiwior. Odegaard coming in for Emile Smith-Rowe. Saka coming in for Sago Jr. Then Jesus coming in for Reece Nelson, meaning that he has gone ahead to make 7 changes from the players that really started as Arsenal won away at Brentford. And they are the Vitality Stadium, and he's welcoming 3 players that we thought were injured. That is Rice, Saliba, and David Raya. Sorry, Saka, Rice, and Saliba. 3 players in there for you returning. Now, the substitutes are Aaron Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Jakub Kiwior, El Nini, Jorginho, Vieira, Fabio. That is something great to eat. Fabio Vieira has gone ahead to make to the bench. Then Emile Smith-Rowe, Nelson, and Leandro Trossard is also back into the team of Arsenal. So Trossard returns, and obviously it's something great that you're obviously going to be really looking at here onto this channel to see whether you guys are really having lots of things to do with this type of work here onto this channel. Then we find the lineup of Bournemouth: Neto Pedro, Aaron Max, Zabarani, Senesi, Kekez, Cook, Philip, Christie, Tavernier, Solanke, and Kluivert. So that is the starting 11 of Bournemouth, and they've gone ahead to obviously put it up like that. Now, for Arsenal, it's obviously great to see that Trossard is back on the bench, because Trossard is a really game changer, and Arsenal miss a lot from Trossard, especially when he's playing as a left attacking midfielder. And you see to it that things have gone ahead don't look well for Arsenal in those days when Martinelli and Trossard are all injured. That's one of the worst memories or worst calls that the manager will ever see, if at all he's having 2 players injured in that position. For me, as a Man United fan, I know what it means and how it hurts, because at the left back position, even the third left back that we brought in at the club of Manchester United, Sergio Reguilon, has gone ahead to get injured. Do you know what that means? So even Arsenal had 2 of their best left forwards injured, meaning Martinelli and Trossard, but Leandro Trossard is back and is being played onto the bench. Now, the system of Arsenal they are going to play today, it's a 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is a system that Arsenal have gone in for, and they're having David Raya in between the stitches, replacing Aaron Ramsdale. That confirms us that David Raya is the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal. Aaron Ramsdale is the second choice goalkeeper, and he needs to fight for his position elsewhere. But at Arsenal, I don't see Arsenal really, I don't see him getting back into the starting 11. And I told you that Arteta had not been really interested in signing Spanish players. But it looks like after steadying his ship at Arsenal, he has gone ahead to start to bring in Spanish players. As any manager, you know, Eric Ten Hag, for him, he brought in Dutch players at Man United, like Weghorst on loan. Tyrell Malacia is Dutch, right? He wanted Cody Gakpo. They couldn't deliver him. He was Dutch. Frank de Jong was wanted is Dutch. Julian Timber, was wanted by Eric Ten Hag, was Dutch. So he wanted some Dutch players because of him being Dutch. You know, when you look at Pep Guardiola, he had built up a Spanish cocoon at Man City. Laporte, Spanish. Rodri, Spanish. David Silva, Spanish. But David Silva was brought in by other managers. You know, Ferran Torres, Spanish, right? Which other Spanish player was that at? So he had close to 5 players who are really Spanish playing for his team. That is Man City, right? So managers are going to hate to be doing that. And Arteta looks like he's attacking that situation. And he wants to see these players thrown into that side of Arsenal, especially the Spanish players doing the job. Ben White came in through and obviously started today. Had a very horrible game against Brentford, but let's hope today that he really has a very huge game. But I think he needs to work on lots of things, especially the defensive abilities, because he was really bad on the night. That's why he was taken off and Tomiyasu was shifted to play onto the right back. Oleksandr Zinchenko playing at the left back of Arsenal. That is it. And we expect that to happen. Gabriel Magalhaes and William Saliba obviously taking the left side and the right side of the central defense respectively. Declan Rice coming into his position, central defensive midfield of Arsenal. Back injury against Tottenham Hotspur, and he returns to do what he does best for the team. Odegaard and Kai Havertz, the midfield is back, and looks like this is supposed to be the ideal midfield of Mikel Arteta. But so far, it hasn't gone ahead to work out so well for Mikel Arteta, and he needs obviously to find a solution on how it's going to work well. Because if he doesn't find a solution, then it's obviously going to be looking ugly on the day. Bukayo Saka returning into the starting 11 of Arsenal as the right forward of Arsenal, but it's really very, 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 very disturbing why a player is being forced. He's not being forced. He's being put on the field of play when he's really injured. That is the most important bit of it. So Saka is playing as a right forward, and Jesus is playing as a left forward. Nketiah through the center. Now, when I look at the Jesus situation and Nketiah situation, it sends a message. Or let me ask you this: what message is sent to the brain, to the mind of Reiss Nelson when he comes in through, scores a goal against Brentford, plays very well, and again he's not going to take his spot? Jesus would have gone ahead to start, and Reiss Nelson would have gone ahead to play off the left attacking midfield of the team. You know, when is he going to get a chance to start a game of the Premier League other than this? Because Trossard is returning from injury, Martinelli is away. You get? It's really one of those concerns that Arteta should address. This was a chance to obviously come in through, get the player in, play those minutes, and obviously see it always works out well. I understand Jesus can obviously offer some good effort off the left attacking side of the midfield, but I believe you give Reiss Nelson a go. You give him a go, because Trossard is back and is not going to start these games. It's really a shaming for Arteta not to be doing that. And that's why I tell you that one of the bad things that Arteta is doing at Arsenal is his rotation. His rotation is really questioned a lot by very many people, because it's really sickening. The rotation of Mikel Arteta is 100% sickening. It's not one of those that you'll obviously call in for to take you to the level you want to be. It's really sickening. And even Emily Smith-Rowe, I think he put in a very good shift and would have gone ahead to be tried out maybe in the central midfield. But when is he going to get a chance to play again? You know, is he going to start him in France? Wait and see. Is Reece Nelson going to be started in France in the midweek? I don't know, because they are going to be having only 2 days, and on Tuesday they are playing in the Champions League. So we wait and see how that pans out. But that is the starting 11 of Arsenal, and we go to the starting 11 of the hosting team. That is Bournemouth. Bournemouth are welcoming Solanke back, who really went off the field of play in the midweek with an ankle injury, but it looks like it wasn't all that serious, and he's obviously coming in through to put in the well-required shift. Right? So we are having Pedro Neto in goal, Max Aarons as the right back. Most of you really knew what Max Aarons was all about, and he's really a very good player, and he's coming in through to obviously play in the Premier League again. Signed this summer from Norwich. Kakez, left back, facing Bukayo Saka, Zebanyi and Senesi, central defense. Billing and El Cook, double pivot. Remember, Billing was one of those that obviously became a problem at the Emirates last season for Arsenal, and they should really look out for him. Tavernier, right attack midfielder. Christie, central attack midfielder. Kluivert, a son to Patrick Kluivert, is playing as a left attack midfielder, and Solanke is leading the line for this side. Bournemouth has a very long journey to walk today. That is it. They have a very long journey to walk as a team of Bournemouth, because Arsenal wants to get this win. They don't want to see to it that on the 4 points that they are behind Man City, they go ahead to add on more points. So all they want is to see to it that they get themselves to where they deserve to be by going ahead to win this game. And Arsenal are pushing to win this game of football. Then Bournemouth are also willing to obviously get this to the next level, because we might see what we call a new manager bounce. They're having a new manager in the names of Arilola, who once played with Mikel Arteta at a certain team, and it looks like they are yet to obviously face the wrath of this man who is coming in from the other side of the world to come in and obviously join the Bournemouth management team. And we anticipate that Arsenal is going to win this game of football, and I see a 2-0 win for Arsenal. Arsenal has shown us that it's very hard for them to concede a goal away from home, by the way, and the return of William Saliba in the central defense gives these players of Arsenal and fans some confidence to obviously get a clean sheet. And David Raya is in between the stitches again, a confirmation to us that it's him who is really the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal. So where does this leave Aaron Ramsdale? Because if you're Aaron Ramsdale, you had your goal ever since the season started. After the international break, David Raya took over, and David Raya has been in between the stitches in the Champions League and in the Premier League. Even the most big game of Arsenal, that is the derby, the North London derby, saw Arteta name this man ahead of Aaron Ramsdale. I think it's end of days for Aaron Ramsdale. But I think Mikel Arteta wouldn't like to lose Aaron Ramsdale. He would like to be having these goalkeepers together. But Aaron Ramsdale is still young. He can't really keep it at Arsenal like that. Yet there are other teams that are really willing to obviously give him a go. Right. The only thing that Raya does better than Aaron Ramsdale is that ball distribution and being a ball-playing goalkeeper. Something that's going to affect the modern game a lot. And that's why Arsenal are willing to cough £30 million for David Raya. And David Raya is a player that just has all the qualities. He showed us that he has some short saving skills in him, and I think today he's going to need to be on his peak to it that he denies this side of Bournemouth, because they are going to come attack. It's a new manager bounce, and you anticipate that it's obviously going to come out in the way that they really deserve. So Arsenal needs to be very clear, and they shouldn't really drop concentration to any level, and they have to kill off their chances. If they create them chances, they need to kill them off. That is it. Because what causes scenarios like this is not killing off your chances. When you kill off your chances, you'll obviously go ahead and obviously win. If you don't kill off your chances, then you'll be granting an opportunity for the opponent you're facing to come in through and really take you on in a nick of time. So I would love to call upon everything happening at the club of Arsenal and every player representing for Arsenal today to put in the required shift, because that's the only way they are going to win this game. It's going to be a physical game. They are going to run a lot, but the way they run is supposed to obviously be the same way Arsenal is going to run, and then the quality of Arsenal will surpass that of Bournemouth. Alan Patrick, welcome David. They work hard. Work bro. Arsenal 4, Bournemouth 0. Alright, it can happen, because last time Arsenal played here, they put 3 past Bournemouth. Love you, bro. Live from Nyoya district. May you have a platform for Ugandan football. May you have a platform for Ugandan football. Let me hope you're even from Uganda. Yeah, I'm from Kampala, Uganda, and we try to do it on the Ugandan stance a little bit, but we are trying to do more about it. Then Klein Prita, hey Rokani, tuned in from Doha. I'm a flea and Arsenal fan. I wish Saka would come from the bench today. Compared, we have very tight games ahead of us. I don't know the decision that Mikel Arteta went to make, but let's see what happens. Then I'm really buzzing to see Trossard on the bench. At least I'm getting hopes for the City game. Yeah, and even Martinelli might show up for the game of City. And you never know how many players are going to be available as players walk on the field of play right now. Then Alan Patrick, Arteta would have given Nelson time for Saka. We are having Man City. That is it. A week from now, Arsenal is going to be playing Man City. That is next week, and it's going to be a very hard-fought fight for the side of Arsenal. So they need to put up the required effort, and I anticipate that it's going to be a hard game for them to face. But all in all, they have to go on and really put in a shift to win this beautiful game of football. Now, let me try to end this poll and see how you guys are going ahead to vote, because players have gone ahead to work on the field of play, and any time from now, the game of football is going to be starting into the Vitality Stadium. 75% are calling in for an Arsenal win, 16% are calling in for a draw, and 8% are calling in for a Bournemouth win. Can Bournemouth beat Arsenal? Never say never, because they went ahead to do it against Liverpool last season. But Arsenal getting a win away from home at Brentford has gone ahead to get them fired up. I think they are coming in at full blast to see to it that they see the side of Bournemouth gas out and put goals past them. Last time Arsenal played here, it was William Saliba on target and Odegaard scoring a brace. Can they replicate exactly what happened last season here? It's another game to watch. Very beautiful game of football. Arteta naming his army to save him on the evening. But I tell you that you're going to return at, I think, 1.5 hours from now, when the game of football is done, with what we call a match reaction to with you guys. Not so? So thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button close to 30 times. Don't forget to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner, there is a black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you to get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. And smash the like button too. Patrick Allen, thank you for watching through. Klein, it has been nice having you. And Klein Prita, you guys have been nice. I sign out for now. See you later when the game is done and dusted. Don't so? Thank you for being part of this show. I love you, and keep it this channel that is the Rokani Media Football. And you know how we do it. You know how we do it. And the match reaction will be loading after all this. So, thank you, my mates. It has been nice having you here. And we'll sign out for now.